Hello, everyone. This is Ross from Retro Dream Beam. I'm an eBay seller full time. I've been doing this with my fiance Netta for a couple years now. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm about to go into what we are shipping out today on Tuesday, so it's a pretty good amount of stuff. So the first thing right here is going to be an incomplete Space Marines Warhammer 40k bits and pieces. This is mostly like chest pieces, guns, and then helmets right here. Whatever was up here in the top is missing, maybe like legs or bodies or some other weapons that the person already used. This ended up selling for $14 plus shipping. Everything's going to be plus shipping, so I'll save us the time right now. All right, next up was some more Chaos Space Marine Warhammer 40k bits and pieces. I'm just going to take out one of them right here. So yeah, different person that bought these, but yeah, these ones have like arms. There's weapons here. People like to mash up their kits together. They like to make custom figures. They like to add on the specific parts to their characters because I think how your characters, like what the miniatures are actually wielding, matters in the game. So that's why people pick up all the extra bits that someone else doesn't use. Like when you buy these kits, you just get a bunch of options. This ended up selling for $23.62. All right, moving along, we have this little expansion for Skytear, a board game that I've never played. It looks like a miniature game. This one is the Neptune expansion right here. So on the back, you can see it's going to come with a bunch of miniatures. I don't know if they're pre-painted or not. They're on these little like hex tiles, and then they come with their cards, which probably have all their stats. I got a little bit of this stuff a bit ago. Like I said, I haven't played this one or heard of it. I just happened to pick them up cheap. Ended up selling for $14.05. All right, moving along, we have another Blood and Plunder. This is the little pirate figure promo one from Adepticon, which is like a miniature convention. This ended up having like its little coupon book. I bought this from someone that had a bunch of their like Adepticon promos in a bag, so it still had like the coupons and stuff. I don't think you can still use it, but yeah, this is a pretty good quality miniature right here. I'm not too sure if you can see it, but yeah, it's a little pirate with his little swashbuckler sword. There's like hair flying behind him. It's for the Blood and Plunder. I think it's either a RPG game or it's a Pirates miniature game. I'm not sure. I can't remember which one. $20.99. So yeah, I had two of those. That's the second one that sold, so I have no more. All right, next up is going to be a lot of 4 books. Haven't sold books in a little bit. We have a bunch listed. This is going to be like a bunch of like historical figures. There's Eisenhower right up here, and there's a couple others right there. This ended up selling for $13, so nothing too crazy. They're like biography books. People do like reading about specific people, especially when you can get like a lot of them for cheap, and then we get books for cheap, so it's pretty good to sell them that way. All right, next up is going to be these custom Ankh board game like markers or something from the numbers 1 through 8. I haven't played the Ankh game. It's like a bigger box game. I think it's like you have like a character sheet in front of you. I think it's gonna be some kind of worker placement with some kind of territory control over in like the middle of the board. These are gonna be some kind of custom little, it looks like someone did some 3D printed bits and pieces for them. It says Order of Conflict token upgrade pieces. All right, this ended up selling for $10.50. All right, moving along is something for HeroScape. I was unaware of these dice. HeroScape have specific combat dice. They're usually, I think, like white ones with different symbols on them, which show like defense or maybe if you get powers and attack and stuff like that. So it's not like your classic numbers 1 through 6. These apparently are black ones. So when I looked them up, they come with, there were like certain hero figures or something that came with their own dice. So these were with Utgar Ornak right here, flag bearer dice. Really cool because I got the black ones and then gray ones. I went to another character. These end up selling for $25. Like normally I get good money for the HeroScape dice, but this was more than like the normal little white dice that come with like the starter set. So that was the first time for me when I was looking it up that I got that stuff and sold it. All right, next up is going to be some Racing Champs little car right here, Wisconsin State Police. I think it's like a Chevy. Is it a Chevy? Yeah, 96 Chevy Camaro. Got a bunch of these little police like die-cast cars. A little bit ago from the person who flipped storage units, they look for like the big cars, and then when all the little small stuff, scraps, magazines, books, little toys, they'll sell to people. So we ended up getting like a bunch of stuff from him. This ended up selling for $8. We didn't spend too much stuff on all their like little die-cast cars, so it's pretty cool to sell them. All right, next up is going to be this Smart Toys orange, like pretty cool dump truck right here, like die-cast little car. I think it's like plastic right here. I don't know what brand this is. It's like a bigger one than like the smaller Hot Wheels size. So yeah, looks like a cool toy for someone or a little cool collectible or display piece. This sold for $9.72. All right, next up is going to be Legend of the Five Rings Ivory Edition. So this is a booster box. When I first got this, I thought this was a tin. I got a bunch of this stuff at auction. The tins happened to be actually booster boxes. Some of them had all of the cards inside opened up. So for those, I counted the number of cards and said, like, this is a lot of 572 cards or whatever. And then there was a couple that actually had all the booster packs still sealed. I was unaware that certain sets for Legends of the Five Rings did a tin for a booster box, which is pretty cool for a game. I think that's a pretty cool thing because then after the person opens up their booster box, they actually have like the container to store it. This is pretty heavy because it's a lot of cards. This ended up selling for $50. I got a bunch of those tins, so that's pretty cool. People like Legend of the Five Rings. There's a ton of like lore with that. There's a lot of editions of the game as well. There's like board games. There's role-playing games for it. It's kind of a more niche thing, but when someone's into Legend of the Five Rings, they like to get a lot of this stuff and they like to read up the lore. I've been looking for like a YouTube channel that does Legend of the Five Ring lore to listen to it because I want to learn more about it, just to be able to talk more about it, and I want to see like why people like. I found a couple of small ones. I just haven't found like a big channel yet. Sorry, that was a side tangent. Our next up is going to be Twilight Imperium, the role-playing game. This is Ashes of Power, little like adventure book. This normally Twilight Imperium is a board game. It's a hot take by me because this is a very popular board game. I think it's been on like top 10, top 5. It's been super popular, but it's one of my least favorite board games I've ever played. But I'm aware that people love it, and a huge portion of why people love it is there's a lot of like lore and history and stuff within the world. So that, yeah, like when you play the game, you flip over your faction sheet. There's like 20, 30, or 40 different factions, and the whole back of your character sheet, this is not the character sheet, this is a role-playing game book, but on the back of the character sheet, there's like literally bunches of lore you can read about it. So they eventually made some role-playing game for it, so people do like the story and stuff for this. This sold for $10.12. I had another one, so I already relisted it, but yeah, that was a little bit about that game. I don't like it that much, but a lot of people love the lore. All right, next up is going to be Mind's Eye Theater Journal. These are live action role-playing game books. Really interesting when you like flip through the pictures. It looks like some like college kids or high school kids where they made this role-playing game, and they have all like their little pictures in the book in like black and white. I got a bunch of this stuff a bit ago. It sells super slow, but I still pick it up whenever I see it. I'll make lots. Like this is 6 of their like magazine journals or something. They call them journals. They also have like the bigger rule books. I do slowly sell them. This sold for $22.50. And then the last thing is I sold some Crocs on our other eBay channel, I think. Ornetta did some stuff on the Clothing Daddy eBay store. So these are Crocs. I think we actually got these for free from my brother a long time ago. Yeah, from my brother because he bought them for his ex at the time, and then they ended up breaking up. So yeah, he's like, oh yeah, Ross, you can sell these. He like dug them up one day. He's like, yeah, I don't need these. I'm like, okay, cool, sure. But people do like Crocs. These are like silver glittery ones. They're kind of like pretty chunky. I think Crocs are always chunky. I don't know. I'm kind of out of the style realm. I just wear random like it was super stylish or not stylish. It was super popular at one point. I just don't know if it's popular anymore. Someone bought them. They spent like what, $37 or something on it. I think they spent $37 on it. So yeah, I do think people like Crocs. Isn't like they do. I think so. All right. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Have a good one.